Hey folks, Carl here and welcome to episode 3 of Tamiya's mid-production Tiger. Okay folks, that is the base colours done, tools painted, and some chipping and weathering effects applied to the turret, the main tank, and some other bits and pieces. So what have we done since the last episode? So we painted up all the hand tools now, and we've got the tow cables done, and as you can see we've applied some chipping with hull red and metallic grey, the same as we did on the turret. We have also added some rust effects to the back of here, as you can see there. These haven't been gloss coated or anything yet. So that is where we are at the moment. So what is next? Next we are going to be taking the wheels, and we're going to get the wheels stuck on apart from the front drive wheel and the rear idler wheel. These we will leave loose, and that will allow us, when we build the track, to slide the track in, so the front one will turn and the back one will turn, and we can slide the track in, bring it round and turn it to the shape we want, add any sag or anything like that we want to it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the wheels, they're all here next to me, and we're going to get these stuck down and then apply a little bit of weathering to those. So I shall talk to you in a moment. Okay folks, there we go, wheels are now on, and as you can see there are quite a few. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 wheels either side, and then we've got the drive sprocket and the idler wheels. Thankfully most of these still move. They're a little tight, so I might keep working so we can keep them moving. That one there. So the next stage is we're going to put this to one side, because I'm now starting to get some room on my bench because these are off the sticks and on the tank. So I'm going to move that to one side, and we are now going to put the tracks together and get those onto the tank also. We will then be ready for a gloss coat. So building up these tracks. So we have an alignment tool, which I shall get in a moment, and it's saying use 100 links per track. So all our tracks are in here, so I am going to go away and count out 2 100s ready for sticking together. So I shall be back in a moment. Okay folks, that's us with 2 lots of 100 tracks. We've got 100 here and we've got 100 there. We've also got 31 spare. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them in groups of 10s, maybe 20s, and we're going to start putting them together as they should be. It's a bit fiddly, so I'm going to get a pair of tweezers to do this with, just to get it started. Maybe not. So I'll get them started like so, and then we can start pushing them together. 3, 4. Once we get the hang of it, it will speed up. the only one we're going to have issues staying in place will be the first one. Which is, oh no, it's actually put itself straight. So we've got 10 link there. Put it up against the alignment tool to make sure they are actually straight. And what I think I'm going to do is actually I'm going to take another 10 and do a row of 20. So 2, 4, 6, 10. So another row of 20. Another row of 10 rather. It's been a long day. It's been a long week actually. Okay folks, there we go. There's a row of 20, all aligned and together. Some bits are better than others, and we've just destroyed it. Oh, the joys of doing individual linked tracks. But it's worth it, because I do think they do look better than the rubber tracks. And they can be a nightmare in themselves, as you probably already know. So, there we go. So all we're going to do is we are going to now put on a little bit of Tamiya extra thin, just to start them bonding in place. To glue right down the middle there and let the capillary action do the work. And there we go, that's our first row of tracks together. So very carefully I'm going to push these up there out of the way and we shall get the next 20. So I'm going to cut the video here because you don't need to see me stick all 100 of these together. Once I've got the 5 stacks of 20, we'll come back and we'll put those all together. So I shall talk to you in a moment. Okay folks, that is 100 tracks done, and what I've been doing as I built the 40 and glued them, moved them to one side, I built another 40, glued them, then glued those two together, built another 40, no, built the last 20, glued them and then glued them on, and now I've been down on the outside track here with some glue. So now we are just waiting. These have only had a couple of minutes, so we are now going to wait about another 20 minutes and we shall then slide them onto the tank. So we shall slide them in from this way. So nothing much more I can do for 20 minutes, so I'll be back when the time is up. Okay folks, we are getting close to this track being ready, and we can tell by picking the track up and it's pretty much starting to stay together and be quite malleable. So I'm going to give it a couple more minutes and then we'll be ready to go. So talk to you in a second. Okay folks, that is us ready. As you can see, we can now pick this track up and handle it. We can't be too rough with it, so it's shapeable to whatever we want it to do. It's not quite dry, but if we pull it too hard it will come to pieces. So we are going to slide this in from the bottom here, slide all the way around so it comes around the side of this idler. We need our tweezers. It's caught on something. There we go. Start pushing again. There we go. Keep coming round. To get that idler wheel in the right place. This is where it becomes exceptionally awkward and a pain. There we go. It's now in the centre of that track. Pushing through, and we can now bend this round very, very gently, and we'll see if we've got enough track. And no, we are the one short. I found this one sitting on my keyboard at the edge of the desk, so we need to get this into here, like so. So we'll get a little bit of glue, drop that on there like so, and then we can then bring that round and put it in place there, and we can put a little bit more glue in that section there. There we go. A few moments. Now we need to flip it around and sit it down on that track, because we now need to shape the top of that track, which I can't show you. We need to shape this section down the side here, so it's sitting on top of the tracks. On top of the wheels. So I'm going to mess around with that, and we'll talk to you in a moment. Okay folks, we have it in position. It's still not dry. We've got it into the position that we want. So this is now sitting. We still need to, like I say, it's still wet. So we'll keep working at it, and we'll keep touching it to make it come down. So this track looks as though it's sagging. With me holding it up like this, it's not going to do it properly, so I've just literally picked it up so we can show you. And that is that side done. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to go do something else, because I'm going to leave this to dry for a few hours and let it settle. So talk to you shortly. I'll probably get the other side done as well. So talk to you very soon. Hey folks, as you can see, we are now starting the second section, and just a quick look to see, and there we have it. The first set of tracks on and in place. There's still a little bit of movement on the top here. And hopefully once it's sitting down flat on the ground, we can actually finish off putting them in place. These still need to have a quick coat of primer, so we can then add some weathering effects. So I am going to continue with this one, and I'm going to leave it recorded so you can see, excuse my dog, so you can see what's involved with the process. So speed her up. Okay folks, that is the track done, and now we just need to wait for it to dry for around about 20 minutes. As you can see, we did the sections, we just put a dab of glue through the middle of the teeth on the tracks, and then once it was all together we just added an extra little bit down the outside edge. Now, I was struggling with my glue reaching the edges, so I'm just going to extend my brush out. I don't want to extend it out too much, otherwise you end up starting to bend the brush. So let's see if that is deep enough or not, or too deep. Perfect. So that's ready for use. So I'm going to give these 20 minutes and we should be back after I put it on the after I put it on the tank, because getting it in there and getting it to fit correctly produces a few swear words. So talk to you in a moment. Okay folks, as you can see, that is the second track on, and it's been held in place by a few tweezers and brushes and things like that. One thing I have noticed while doing this second track is I haven't painted the tow cable on the side of here, so I need to get that done. I will do that at the same time as I put some primer onto the tracks. Now, a quick question here for Sergeant Bones, and well, pretty much anyone who will know, with this being a Tiger mid-production, I know for a fact it's the wrong colour because the mid-productions weren't done in grey, but hey ho. The question is, I've seen on some Tiger models, seeing as I've got all this spare track left, I've seen on some Tiger models they have a row of track on the front of the tank here. Now, did this mid-production have that? Because on the box art there's nothing there, so please let me know in the comments. Questions primarily aimed at Sergeant Bones, because he is the just bang my camera, he is the Tiger aficionado and done some excellent Tiger models, so please let me know. So what's to do now? I've just explained I've got a little bit of painting to do, and then this needs to get its gloss coat ready for the whitewash. So I'm not going to do that now because this video is very quickly approaching 20 plus minutes. So the next video is going to be all about doing the diorama. So we have a picture frame. I actually managed to find a pack of 3 in a local store called B&M. It's a UK store, I think. It's £5 for 3 picture frames. I don't know what they're like yet, but I think they'll be good enough for a base. I also needed some more of the polyfiller because this one is almost all gone and there definitely won't be enough, so we've got a second part of that for building up the groundwork. And I think I've shown them before, we've got all the AK interactive snow products to build the snow, and we've got some wet mud, etc, etc. And in this diorama I'm going to be trying something new. I'm going to be trying to do some broken tree stumps, and for that, so we have the dowling, which I also got from the same hardware store as I got the polyfiller, and I've seen a few good tutorials on YouTube of making tree stumps, so we'll see what we can do in the next video. So I'm going to call this video here because we are, like I say, over 20 minutes. So, as always, thank you all very, very much for watching. Be good, more importantly, be safe, and of course, keep making models, and we shall catch you next time. Ta-ta.